Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's PhotoBiz Lives, where we'll be doing website reviews. So, if you want to have your website reviews, please leave it in the comments section, or you can also put it in the description. There is a link to submit to have your website review. It's first come, first serve. So, we got 3 already lined up today. If we have any time left over, we might be able to look at your website. If not, you can always sign up for that so you can have your website reviewed in the future. So, give me some time. We'll get set up and we'll get started. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you want to see anything that we got going on, you can always go to our blog.photobiz.com. That way you can check out our latest things, such as all our latest features and updates that we have going on. So you can always take a look at it there. Such as you can see, we have some new articles about offline SEO for photographers, how you can improve your engagement offline to help your online segment. And then you can also look at some of the new latest features, such as new tools like ChatGPT's Atlas, a brand new browser that has ChatGPT built right in it. Can also be a game changer when it comes to helping you write content for your website by pairing it with PhotoBiz AI. So I break down how that works. You can also see some great articles from Kate DeCoste. If you want to learn more about her journey and how she's made her business thrive, you can check those out as well, and tons of other things coming up, such as prepping for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So Always want to check those things out. If you need any assistance, our team is here to help you with those. Now, let's jump over to our first website for today. This is Photos by Nikita. So let's take a look and see what we got going on. Got some information here. That's good. Nice titling. That looks good. It looks good. Got some images. Frequently asked questions down here at the bottom. Overall, pretty strong beginning for a homepage. Some things I would do is this section, I like it. Glad you got some information here, but there's some other things that we can put in here as well, such as like your location and stuff like that. So right now, we see it down here. You're located in Massachusetts, but if there's a way that we can add that in this area, like capturing beauty in every moment in the Massachusetts area or something like that, I think that would really be helpful so people can really get engagement on it. It'll also help with SEO purposes, just to help make sure that your website is hitting all those targeted goals. Some other things that we could do, I like the imagery that we got going on here. I'm wondering if I like the gray background, but I'll keep looking through the website and see how it looks with the rest of the website. I don't mind it too much. I think there's some things that you could do here at the bottom. Maybe give us something where you want us to go next. We have a few images here which look good, but it'd be nice if we had something here at the bottom, not a dead end, that kind of led us where you want us to go next. So some things you can suggest is links to your portfolio or booking would be good right here. So you can have those options right here, or you could have a form directly here at the bottom of the page so people can book directly with you for sessions. Now let's jump over to the About page. Nice little section here. I like this. Love the photo paired with it. Your glasses look great. Nice pop of color, especially off the gray tones. Love this black framing right here, this gray ash charcoal color, especially if it going with the top. I think it looks really nice with your logo. I love the tone of that. Things that I might recommend here is having a call to action. Have a contact me, just having that directly here below it would be really nice so people know to touch base with you after they've read information about you. I think it just helps make the page more engaging, and again, no dead ends at the end. You want to direct people where you want them to go next. All right, let's take a look at the portfolio. Overall, a very simple portfolio. Some things I might recommend is you don't have to right away have just have these. When I refresh, you'll see like it goes directly to just 5 images with view more. You can have, since you only have a few images, you can have it where it loads all of them at once. You can set that up easily. If you need help with that, our team can assist. But overall, I think this is a nice little gallery. Definitely would add some more photos. I would like 2 more here just to even it out at the end of the day. Some things I might recommend is making sure that you have an overall goal that you want to reach with your website. So right now when I'm looking at your photography, it looks like it's like couples photography, individuals photography, just some personal branding stuff maybe, headshot photography in there as well, family, a little bit of everything, right? So some things that I might recommend is like if there's like a specific type of photography that you're trying to do, like a portraiture or anything like that, you need to make sure that it's clear on the website right away, so people know what type of photographer you are. You might do events, but I don't know if that's really there. You might do stuff, it looks like you do a lot of stuff within your church and stuff like that, so it might be worth noting there that you do church photography for events and things like that. Just some things that I might recommend in here, because right now I'm like, okay, what type of photographer are you? And I want to make that clearly stated here on the website when we're looking through it, because we kind of got like, you kind of just are getting a little bit of everything, but we need to make sure there's some clarification on what types that you're interested in doing so you can garner the best type of customer for yourself. Okay, so over here we can see the types of sessions that you're interested in doing, like portraits and families, branding, headshots, engagements, weddings, maternities, events, other. So these are the types of styles that you want to start making sure are more clear on the page things I would do is you could have multiple portfolios, or you could break it up where it's more genreified. Like when someone rolls over the word portfolio, those types of sessions can be visible. Or get really, really nailing down the style of photography that you want to do. If it's portrait photography or headshots, making sure that you have those dedicated galleries for that. But also, it's in the language of your website as well. Right now, there's a lot of unclarity when I'm coming here. I didn't know exactly where you were located at unless I went searching for it. I also didn't know what type of style of photography that you did. So we want to make sure that's clear at the end of the day for your clientele. So you're actually making Google work for you when it's searching for your types of clients to send you. So those are some things I would definitely want to recommend, is trying to clarify your options. And something also I might recommend is putting a blog on your website. By inviting yourself, by having a blog, I think it's going to help you by directly seeing the type of customer that you're getting. It'll also create SEO friendly content that can be sent out to Google and other search engines. That'll then in turn send people your way. That's the idea of it. Think of it as kind of like fishing lines, putting it out into the ocean. By having more blog posts, you're just fishing and you're bringing in the right types of customers. Because right now, we need to make this a stronger bet for yourself. So if you need any help or assistance getting those types of updates, you can always reach out to our team for that. If you need any of our coaching services, I definitely recommend that too. Maybe it could be just something that could help you get some direction at the end of the day. And it also might come down to just uploading more content. I feel like there's a lack of it just in general. Maybe you're just starting, or maybe you just haven't uploaded everything that we want to see. That can help give it a little bit more clarity and vision to the website, because that's what you want at the end of the day. When someone comes here, they should know right away what they're going to get from you and what style of photos you're going to do for them. That way they know to book you versus, oh, I don't know what she really shoots. So that's what we want to make sure is clear when it comes to your website. Okay? So if you have any questions, please reach out to our team. We'll be happy to help. Otherwise, I think you got some great ideas. It's just now time to really nail it down. All right, let's jump over to our next website. This is Carter Creations. Freelance photographer, stunning photography, abstract art. Yeah, it looks like you do a little bit of every kind of thing as well, but with a more abstract lean and some outdoor event stylings and stuff like that. So let's take a look and see. Totally. As I come to this homepage, I think this is a great start. I would give this area some breathing room. It's kind of sandwiched in there. And what I mean by that, look how much breathing room this section has, to the photo banner, to this part. I do like that stuff, the collage visual aspects. I think those look really nice. I think those would be really cool to focus on. I'm hoping that there's more of that stuff throughout. But I would give this section some breathing room. I like that you're calling out what type of photography that you do. I think you can go a little bit more in depth if you want to, like how long you've been doing it, why you choose the types of styles of photography you shoot. That way you can really hone in on the types of clientele that will hire you. I don't think you need this many images on the homepage. I think you can drop this second section and just give us something that links us to specific styles of photography that you do. Excuse me. So something like, just a secondary navigation that can link to your gallery types. I think that'd be good here. So you could have your family, events, outdoor events, abstracts, you name it, all set up here. And then that'll link over and now keep things kind of going. Again, you don't want to have a dead end here. Can't expect people to know to click here next, but this can help you get the client to the right section. Let's jump over to your About page. Another thing I'm noticing is the font is extremely small in a lot of sections. Just remember to kind of make sure that it's optimized a little bit bigger. 100% should be fine for you. Anything smaller than that, you want to only use that for specific moments, but for this, it's really difficult to read. I'm having to squint in to look at it. Probably on phone it might look fine, but I might even have the zoom option in on my phone to read it clearly. I do like the details that you put in there. You talked about your information, your history. I do like all those details, and you have this section here for people to reach out to you. Another thing you can do here on this page directly is putting that link to a contact section directly here. I think that'll be helpful for this page. Otherwise, I think this looks good overall. Some things that you can also do is, if you want to, you can also change the focal points on some images. Right now, this bald eagle's being cut out, and we want to make sure that we're seeing that majestic animal. Let's check out parades. Very cool. Great bit of information, details here. What would I do? I would add, you have some great photos, but let's get some information out here. What you could do here is highlight how you capture the Philadelphia area local events from all ranges, from, like St. Patrick's to other ceremonies, Polish ceremonies, even like the Chinatown ceremonies, it looks like as well, Puerto Rican parades, anything like that you can highlight. This type of stuff will be helpful for SEO when people are searching for that type of photography in that location, those locales, that you're willing to shoot any type of event like this. I think that you're capturing those events, how lively they look, the colorfulness of it. I think this a great way you're showing off the vibrancy, but now you can add those details directly to this page, and I think that'll go a long way when people are searching for you, because you got some really great, awesome looking photos. Now we want people to be able to search and find you and know that, oh, that's the guy who shot it. I want this guy. So that's definitely something I would recommend, is making sure that you're putting in those details on this area, on this page itself. It could be at the bottom where it's just highlighting information, and then you can actually have a form on this page for people to book with you as well. So something I definitely recommend there. All right, next. All right, we got some celebrities. Who we got? We got Beyonce, got Obama. I think that's Mary J. Yeah. So you got a lot of people up in here. Mr. Fox, LL Cool J. You got a lot of cool faces, right? So something definitely to highlight here is how you've done events with specific celebrities and stuff like that, predominant celebrity figures. I definitely would recommend making sure that when people are searching for a photographer in that area who takes those events of prolific people, that you want to be searched for that. So I definitely recommend making changes on that side. So just adding some details down here, how historically you've been shooting in that location. This will help with SEO, but also the types of events that you've done it for. If they're, political events, or if they're just, events for singing or anything like that, I think it's definitely worth mentioning here. So people know, like, when they search for, like, oh, I'm looking for someone that can shoot X, Y, and Z in this area, that you're found for. Like, oh, he'd be great for this political event that we got coming up, or this singing, we have a theatrical piece or something like that, or musical event, church event, you name it. Definitely worth putting it out there. All right, let's check out your special events. So here, special events kind of is a wide margin. We got bar mitzvahs, graduations, outdoor events, family, you name it. You might want to get really specific on what these special events are in your language for the page. You might even want to split out some of the family stuff, like this little kid here, unless he's being shot specifically for something. But if they're family photos or anything like that, you can have a whole section dedicated to family photos. That'll help with search. But for special events, you can talk about on this page how you shoot multitudes of different types of events, from graduations to live events to all bar mitzvahs, you name it, graduations. I think that's really something definitely to hone in on this page. That way people know what that means, because special events is such a wide, broad term that you kind of couple in a lot of things in here. It looks like there's some family, generational stuff happenings, and then weddings itself. You definitely want to make sure that's split out there so it helps you better in search. So definitely those types of details and even additional galleries if needed. All right, sporting events. Looks like it's races and things like that. So definitely something worth mentioning. How you are a you lens these types of things in the Philadelphia area. Definitely worth putting out there, not just as portfolio, but for search purposes. I think that'll go a long way, and it'll help you get hired for more events like this. You know, having live coverage like this is very important. So I think this would be definitely worth telling. So just basically the same things, making sure all those details are there when we're searching, and for when people are searching for you. You want to make sure that it's there for SEO purposes. All right, let's check out your abstract. Now, this is where you can really tell your story about how you shoot outside of just those events. Maybe something a little bit more close to you in terms of like you also maybe go to different locations, things like that, and how you even create these collage effects and stuff like that. So, this might be worth mentioning why this is particularly either a hobby for you or even art pieces that you can sell. Uh, yeah, I would mention that and how people can take up those types of things. Because this is an expression of yourself versus just shooting events. So you definitely want to make sure that people know that you're more than just an event photographer, but you're an artist. So something like that could be written on this page, and then you can talk about the expressions you make by taking photography and photo bashing and things like that. Or even art, if you're doing anything else collage wise with them. Something else you can also mention, if you sell prints of those, that'd be worth talking about the installation you do for those as well. So yeah, definitely put some details here so we can really beef up this section for when people are looking for abstract photo artists and things like that in your area. Yeah, and then simple enough. This is good. Things that I recommend. Yeah, I think really it comes down to, give this some space, add some details to those other pages. That'll help increase your footprint online. And something that you could do as well is because you have a plethora of content from over the years, especially since like the Obama years, it looks like. I would definitely, think about creating a blog and documenting this stuff. This will help create more lures onto your website when people are searching for star-studded events. This just gives you more SEO related content that you can put out there, like, oh, I shot an event with Beyonce, I shot an event with Obama, LL Cool J, you name it. It's definitely worth mentioning, and it'll get it out there to more people to see. But other than that, I think you got a great looking website. I think this one, I just want to add a little click here to book with you, and then break up that one special event page maybe to multiple pages. And again, if you need any help with that, you can reach out to our team. Our team would be happy to assist you when it comes to making sure that all that stuff is taken care of. All right, let's check out our last website for today, Nicholson Portrait Studios. All right, let's take a look. Now this section here's so far at the top, but I kind of get it. I think on mobile, this might be the first thing you see, which is fine, but as a photographer, the first thing I want to see is photographs. So you could have this section inlaid somewhere before you get to here. If you take two collage banners, you could have 1, 2, 3 images, and then that text, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go from there. It's very front-loaded images. It looks really good. Nice diversity of image style that you do. Love seeing where you're located, how long you've been working. You have accolades. That's good to see. I like that. Another thing I really like seeing is that you are blogging. It looks like you have consistency. It looks like you blogged yesterday. So that's really nice that you are doing that. This looks good overall. I think there might be just something that we can put here that makes this a little bit more present. Maybe it can be just welcome, or it could be, just this part right here. above it, and then location, like Nicholson Portrait Studio in Florida. So like that would be worth putting, okay, in Southwest Florida. Just having that above that, and then you can go into all those details. I'm so glad you stopped by. We catered the X, Y, and Z. That would just make it a little bit more presentational, because right now this is kind of like a chapter starting with just words versus saying chapter one. All right, let's jump over to the about. I love this. Nice little photo. Looks good. Love it. There's a generational story here. Looks really nice. What I do? I would maybe even change this gray background to just be a solid white, and then let the footer just be the gray. Just thinks that would look really nice, because we have so many tones of gray happening. We have the gray bar over here, gray here, and then there's a slighter lighter gray here. Make this just be completely white. I think that would look really nice. Another thing you could do is add a contact button or form directly on this page, or a navigational point where you want to go next. Highlight new thing, important things like business portraits, newborns, anything like that right here. Just your top 3 money makers. That way they know to click, boom, and send them straight to that gallery. Let's check out your Santa sessions. All right, we got this going on. Great bit of details. All right, now something I would definitely do is, I think, I like this the start up here. I think this looks nice. I might change the green. I think the green might be overwhelming. Just a more subtle green, a little more hunter green. I think that would look good, or even match the green that you have over here. And then maybe add an animation to this, so when it rolls over, something happens. And then coming down here, I would add like a divider, just a small one, that kind of just breaks up the page so it's not just floating. It just drives them down into here. They can read the details. Overall, I think this has got good. I think we can reorganize it slightly just to make it feel a little bit more, less of a wall of text. Maybe we can break up some images here. Take some of the ones that are floating down here and maybe splice them in between, just so it doesn't feel like a complete wall of text. Otherwise, it can get exhausting for the person viewing, just to see this much stuff, because you're like, what do you want me to know? I see there's a cost here. I see there's a cost there. I see a Santa experience. What's most important? You want to make sure that those things are called out properly. Otherwise, it can get difficult to know the point of interest. And then this keeps scrolling, is left align. Do you want it left align? That can look like an error. Down here, dates and times. So, I think this is going to send them directly to a form or something like that, right? Yeah. You can have the forms directly embedded on the page too, so it feels more organic to that situation as well. You can also utilize the scheduler if necessary as well. You have a book now button here, which is going to take us back to that form. So we have it here. We see some images, and then we have another one here. I think the biggest thing is breaking up the page. Bring some of these, splice them into here. That'll make this page feel a little bit easier. That way this doesn't feel like a random wall at the end. I might even change this to be more of a slideshow at the end. That way you can see everything feels very truncated on this page with the size of images, and then all of a sudden it's going full splayed, it's going all the way out. So it might just make things feel a little bit more designed versus kind of put together. But if you need help with that, of course, reach out to our team. We can help make those adjustments for you. But right now, it just feels like this is a great idea, but where do you want me to go? I see a learn more here. I see a date and time here. I see a book now, and they're all different sizes of buttons. You want to make sure that they're all consistent. That way I know what is most vital. And then it's just breaking up the page to make it a little bit more inviting. Right now, it's a lot of white, and then there's like truncation happening white on white, if that makes sense. And we want to kind of make sure that there's tones when available. Like, you might even want to put color behind this section just so it sticks out more. It could be that hunter green, it could be a red tone, something like that, just to really make this section really pop and make it inviting to your customers. That way it doesn't feel so small within the frame. and then all of a sudden it's vast again. So just a recommendation I have on that side. For Christmas minis, straight down the line, pretty consistent on this one. Again, you got some left alignment, then centering. Make sure that's all proper and the same. Again, I might break it up with a few images that are down here, just kind of to splice it in there just to make this a little bit more interesting. But otherwise, I like this page a little bit more because it's a little bit more focused and straight to the point. I kind of wish the other page was a little bit like that, but I just want to add a little bit of design detail in there just to make it a little bit more fun and poppy. Maybe make this section stick out with some color, just so it doesn't feel completely isolated on white, because it's so truncated. It feels kind of vast and small. It makes everything else feel small in there. Love this start. This is awesome. Now, you're getting kind of into different colors, and I know these are Christmas ones, but I really like what you're doing over here on these pages. I think they look really nice. They feel branded to you. I think this looks really cool. We have this gray bar here. I don't know if it's necessary. I would remove that because it goes into more of a beige tone in this section. The fonts are kind of jumping all over the place a little bit. You got this font, you got this font, got this font, got this font, got this font. You know, try to make sure there's consistency there. If you need help with that, you can easily just make those tweaks when necessary. And then the page just kind of ends. You know, I think this would be a perfect place to put the ready to book down here versus it kind of being tucked right in the middle, because we want to get kind of to the storytelling and then see in the visual, then prices if you have that, right? And then book now once they get down to the end of the story that you're telling. Okay. All right, let's jump over to, we missed this one. Let's go to this one. Smaller words up here. Different fonts from the other pages. I like this one because it's very simple, engaging. Again, the only thing you could have here is book now here and then a book now down here. That way they're at least keeping them with call to actions to do something here. You can also highlight anything by bolding it, you know, anything in particular like prices or anything like that. Like the start of this one with the images at the top. You can go full across if you want to though, because right now it goes full across when we come down here, so everything at the top feels very small. I think it just makes something like a wide banner would look really nice. Like that, we're going into something. You can add a call to action here to book. Love seeing all these images. I don't think you need any more, so you can edit yourself by just getting rid of photos, because this is plenty. If I can't hire you with this many great photos, then it's the wrong customer. And then this looks good. I think mentioning what these are, you know, things included with packages or anything like that. Then again, a call to action to book with you. Oh, we got different types. Okay. Like that goes to a deeper one. I would add like a form to book with you on there, or at least send them to this page directly from there. I love how this is broken up. I think this looks really nice. I would add like book now buttons just to make it more clickable versus it just kind of being isolated. I think this is good. Again, you could add call to actions there. You like haven't booked your session yet, let's get started, or anything like that. I like the way this page is kind of laid out. I would kind of change it up slightly. Maybe put this stuff here at the top, but you're probably trying to get directly to people, so I understand the reason. And add a call to action here to book again. I think overall this page isn't too bad. I like this image here. I kind of wish it was at the top, but I understand that you're trying to get people directly to that section first, and then you could have that section here below the three options, and then go directly into your gallery. But that's what I would do to change that. But I understand the motive to keep this here at the top, because once people click here, you're trying to send them directly somewhere. You have a gallery here, kinda already, so you not necessarily need to send them to a deeper gallery unless it had more images. Um, but for the most part, I think there's more images on this page. Overall, pretty good. I don't think you need to see more. Like how this is lined up more. I like the three items. I would like call to actions to book with you. Maybe a larger section calling out the kid program, like just saying here. That way it's more in charge and in your face. Love how quick and easy this is to read. I would add maybe a title here and a button to book. I would left align this since it's centered, but it's pushed to the left. Yeah. Get straight to the information. Add a call to action on this page as well. Add some information here for searchability for SEO purposes. So when people are trying to find pet photography in your location, just check out your latest blogs. Looks good. Nice call to actions. Yeah, for these pages, like I was mentioning, if the thing froze, sorry. But this page was fine. Children page, adding call to actions on them just to get people over. Love this one, call to action on this page, just a book. Center this, or left align this so it's not so centered. Add a call to action here. Same thing with the pet page. Add some information so it's found for searchability. And then their blogs look pretty good. Add a call to action here because this one's kind of floating by itself. Add a call to action here for people to book with you their baby session. That way it turns that page into a more targeted solution. Yeah, I like the storytelling aspects. So you got a lot of cool ideas, Just make sure those buttons are always available, just like how you got it on these, okay? So overall, I think you got a really great, solution for all this. Some things that I wish were here, like I didn't know you were in Florida till the end. Some type of information that you can put on this area is we have it, I think, kind of stuff in this one section, but I want to see a little bit more on these other pages, like when people are trying to find best photography maternity photos in X location. I think that would go a long way. It helps visibility. It'll turn all these gallery pages into more targeted pages, because once you have a targeted page, all these pages can act independently from the home page as viable options for people to book with. So these independent pages can become their own booking pages. So things that you would want to have is your SEO pages with the information, who, what, when, and where, why about you. So make sure there's information like that on those pages. Put your X factor, why they should choose you over anyone else. I think that's very vital. Why would I pick you over your competitor, right? You want to make sure that you're getting that right away out the door. And then after that, it's just really changing some formatting and layouts. I think that'll go a long way. And then on those pages, put a form or booking or call to action to booking. That way those pages become highly targeted for when people are searching for specifically like newborns, maternity, seniors, children. You have so many different types of photography. You could go on and on about that and keep blogging. You're doing a great job. Just make sure you have your call to actions in there on even the most mundane blog. Like, hey, here's information about us, or I got this event coming up. Always make sure you have a way to book with you. I think that would be really, really helpful at the end of the day. But overall, great job. I think you got some good ideas. Just make some tweaks here and there. Be consistent when possible. Like you got all caps here, and it's like sometimes it goes to mini caps. It's just little things like that you want to be careful of. And then for your landing pages, break it up with some color once in a while. I think that's the big part. Okay, so we looked at 3 websites today, all diverse, all having different things I would recommend to really improve searchability at the end of the day. It all comes down to SEO. And if you don't know much about SEO, definitely recommend checking out our SEO tab. You can see a lot of great content is here to help you with your searchability, such as alt text for your images and AI search visibility, making sure that you're seen online. A lot of these things are very important. If you need help writing any of this content, PhotoBiz AI is here to assist you at any time you need it. All you have to do is, when you see this icon, just click it and it will write some content for you. You can give it a prompt, it'll help you out. So you can see your writing prompts that you would have, for evergreen contents for your blog, maybe what to wear for a maternity shoot, what to wear for X, Y, and Z shoot. All that type of stuff can go directly there, and it'll help you when you're writing your content out. You can also see very vital things that are important that you can lean on is if you set up your brand manager inside of PhotoBiz. The PhotoBiz AI is pretty smart already, so all you have to be like, I just want to add, an evergreen content about this, and it'll put in some of this primary information, like what type of style of photography you are, your location. That way you don't have to overthink it, and it's already doing a lot of heavy lifting for you. So check out those. You can always see what's new coming out as well. September, we're going to have October's up soon, but you see some of the things that we updated in the last month, such as our one-click SEO options, which really helps improve things. I'm going to say it's a stunning brand new feature if you haven't checked it out yet. It'll just help get you going faster. We also have 4 brand new templates and our one-click text editing as well, and video options are on their way. You can also check out our education. So if you go to education.photobiz.com, you can check out our coaching services that we have available. So if you ever need help one-on-one, for $150 you can get a lot done in that time. And I definitely recommend it. It's one of our most popular services that we have available. If it comes down to design assistance, setup, your e-commerce, marketing, forums, or SEO, anything in between that, our team is here to assist you in getting online. Definitely recommend taking a look at those features when possible and checking out that service. It can really help get you the visibility that you're looking for. Otherwise, you can check out our upcoming events that we have going on. You can see next week we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're going to be talking about scary website mistakes. So what are some things you're doing on your website that you didn't even know? This is a great time to check out, see how you can make improvements, and see what we would do to make those types of improvements. There's a lot of things out there that we do. Like I saw today, some tiny text. Tiny text can actually be a detriment to your SEO, but also a detriment to your clientele. They're coming to the website, they can't read it. It's too small for them. You got to make sure the font is perfect. That way they can read it. You can also go too far and make it too big. So we'll talk about those types of mistakes that you're making and others when you get there. The following week after that, we'll be doing website reviews, and then ask me anything about FAQs. So if you want to know more help about how to set up your facts and questions and other things like that, and how you can utilize those types of features to improve your sales, definitely want to check that one out. If you're just starting, you can also check out our on-demand videos after hours anytime. So if you're getting started, you can watch these videos individually here when it comes to our Get Start series. You can also see demos for each individual tool is also here and available. You can watch anytime as well. Very fast, very easy when it comes to getting set up. But hey, if you need a quick 5-minute reminder, check out the videos that we have available on our on-demand section. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to our team. Click on that live chat icon in the bottom right corner. It's either black or it's going to be teal. Click on it and you can talk to our team right away, or you can give us a call anytime as well. So we're always available at 1-866-463-7620. Our team is here standing by. Can't wait to help you. And if you need any extra assistance, please reach out to us anytime. And I hope you all